Well, hello everyone. Here's the testing intuition instructions right here, and you see right here is these envelopes right here from marked A, B, and C. I know that they're sideways, but knowing that with these envelopes that they're going to contain something in particular, such as a surprise, and with that surprise, that they're thinking is that which one of these envelopes contains that surprise, and thinking that lay the envelopes down flat so that way you will be able to the test, for whoever that was doing this working this exercise right here, knowing about, okay, guess which letter it's going to contain with the envelope with that surprise, and think is where, well, more likely it could be A or possibly B or maybe even C. But let's just say that if you mention on there is that mention to this person about it's definitely not letter C, that it could be B, but then if you give them a choice between A or possibly it could be B. So I say whenever they had these options to where you pick these envelopes right here and thinking is it okay the time to where that for okay, well, which one do you think it contains a special surprise, and then which one do you think that maybe that possibly could take that contain that special surprise, and then maybe which one it definitely does not. So if we're going to be picking a letter, and let's just say that A, B, and C, but let's just say if one of these letters that could may say is toward, do you want to take a guess for where that surprise is going to be located at? Or that you just want to say that one of your favorite alphabets is, it's to say that, one of the alphabets is going to be one of your favorite ones. So let's just say that if you picked B right here, you say with B right here, but then you might change your mind too and say, oh, wait a minute, it might be A right there. So let's just say that if you take about maybe 3 guesses and knowing exactly about, which envelope contains that surprise, and I say, well, I might go with C, but then let's just say that if you offer that person the choices between A or B, and I say, oh, okay, well, if I had a choice between either one of them, exactly, I say, that maybe if it takes maybe a few seconds, maybe for this other volunteer really to figure it out, but let's just say though that with these letters of the alphabet right here, that what do you think that more likely would come to, you say, the final decision about between A and B, that which envelope contains this special surprise, and about how many clues can we really give to somebody, and say between who wins and then who doesn't, who loses, but really between A and B, it was like what you call the final conclusion to where that for how this letter activity is like it talks about is toward who it finally guesses about which envelope that surprise contains. But if anybody were to say if you picked any letter, maybe it could maybe be A, or or it could be B. But one of those top your guesses, it's like say that choice is like to where maybe it could be A because whenever you're really going to be looking at these variety of choices right here, and just looking at the envelope right here, and just to kind of study about exactly about what is what possibly could be located on the inside of each one of them. And as I say that if you take a closer look at A and then closer look at B, but other than that, talk about say for the testing conclusions.